What happens when you spend 6 years building the ultimate Minecraft city? Well, you get a forever world, and that's exactly what I have for you today. I'm going to share with you the story of my forever world and why it's truly unlike any other that you've seen. Now, for those of you who don't know me, hey, I'm Relax Window. It's nice to meet you. Now, walk with me for a quick sec. I've been playing Minecraft for literally over 10 years. I know it makes me sound old, but I love this game and I've been playing it for basically forever. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a perfectionist by any means, and I think that reflects in a big way in my forever world. This city is like a painting. Just when you think it's complete, there's always something else that can be done to tweak it or improve it, and I feel like that's how I approach a lot of my work. My building philosophy is that I want this world to feel alive and connected, so I'm always adding details and building things that fit into the bigger picture. Whether it's a certain landmark, a large building, or even some little details on a side street. Any structure I build comes from direct inspiration of a city I've lived in, a place that I've seen, or just purely architecture that I love in real life and want to emulate in my forever world. And this also plays into my build philosophy. If I'm not feeling inspired, I'll stop working on a building, or I'll finish it later. And I think that's empowered me in a lot of ways to stay inspired and to keep working on new structures, but it's a double-edged sword. There is a lot of empty buildings or unfinished structures that you're going to see in my forever world, and I've learned to be okay with that. I mean, to be perfectly honest, that's just part of the process. Having works in progress is a necessary and important part of a forever world. And to me, that's something I proudly want to share with you guys and start a little conversation around. Now that you know a little bit about my building philosophy, let me actually show you my forever world. I'm super excited. This city consists of over 10 boroughs, each with its own vibe, modern skyscrapers, cozy suburbs, industrial zones, and more. It is built on Minecraft for Xbox using the modern texture pack along with a few other add-ons that have come along since then. I have also terraformed this world to the extreme using different blocks such as the structure block. It is a modern engineering marvel of Minecraft Bedrock on Xbox. I highly recommend it. But no, seriously, this has allowed me to build massive beaches, sprawling city landscapes, and even my own version of the Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills, which honestly I think came out pretty great. I'll show you guys this in a sec. And with that, let's go to the first neighborhood. And I'm bringing you to where it all started. This is City Center. I'm at the corner of Main Street and Fortune Street. Fortune Street is like the billionaire's row of our city. And then Main Street is this long one that runs all the way down almost across the whole span of the city. I love this part of town because this is where it all started, where we created some of our original pixel art and some of my original apartment buildings too. You can really see how my build style has evolved from these to some you'll see later on. I'm gonna float up here so you can get a good look at some of this pixel art. We got Friday the 13th Jason. I'm a huge horror fan. We also got some Yoshi, Mario, Pokemon, and Kirby. Take a look in this Mario building. My younger brother actually built notes that play when you land on it. Listen. How sick is that? That's the actual Mario theme song. Okay, so right across the street is one of the most important and memorable buildings in the city. This is one of the OG skyscrapers that my friend Panda built. And yes, it says rides on the front. There's a full-size roller coaster inside, in addition to apartment space up top. Let's take a look. Whoa. Oh my god, it's been forever since I've been in here. All right, here we go. Yo, check this out. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've ridden this thing. Look at the design in here. I remember Panda took forever to build this, and it came out so well. This is like one of the only amusement slash like attraction things in the whole server to this day. Now remember, this was the tallest building in the server at one point. Look at all the other buildings now that are just dwarfing this thing. Now, one of the real gems of this building is if you go to the top where the beacon is emitting from. If you drop in there, on the wall, you'll notice a side-by-side map of the city itself, back when it started to be built, and then part of the way through its progress. Now that's just one of over 100 skyscrapers. If you play Grand Theft Auto, you'll know this one. It's the Maze Bank Tower, aka the US Bank Tower in Los Angeles, California. And check out this one. This is in the Central Park of the city, and it looks like 432 Park in New York City, which is a really tall, super skinny skyscraper. Now, if modern isn't your style, that's okay, because I did build this classic Upper West Side style building from New York City. You'll see a lot of buildings on Central Park like this. I had a lot of fun building this one because I usually go so modern with everything. So I wanted to use some wooden textures to really make this grand feeling like you're in a ballroom or somewhere really fancy. So this is the lobby. And then once you go up in the elevator, you arrive at the first suite, and you can just see how massive it is. I haven't furnished all of it yet, but I love the vibe. You have a fireplace in here, the marble floors, and of course you've got views of the park for days. Check this out. As we pass Main Street, we're gonna end up in what I call the Times Square of the actual server. Shout out to the Brat Wall. Hope you all had a good Brat summer. Now, I could spend forever in the city center. There's too many buildings to explore. So let's bring you to one of the most important buildings that functions as a transport hub that will get us to the other boroughs. And here it is, this big pyramid looking thing is the official transport hub of my city. Now, I think that using minecarts would have taken simply too long to get around anywhere. So what I've done is leverage the Spark Portals add-on on the Minecraft Bedrock Marketplace to create a series of portals that will take me to any neighborhood that I want in my city. So without further ado, let's go to the next borough. Wow, here we are in Vista Beach. I don't even know where that portal came from. I can't even see it here, honestly. But we're excited to be here. This is one of my favorite boroughs, and I've been working on it more recently. In my mind, Vista Beach is a really special borough because you're close to the city. You also have the luxury of the ocean, but you can also have the privacy and massive modern mansions that you want, with a little bit of space too. We do have palm trees here. That's one of my favorite add-ons. I mean, look at how cool those are. Now, a couple things about Vista Beach. You've got the waterfront beach itself, and with that, you also have some modern beach houses on the front. These are more vertically focused, and they're meant to look like modern townhomes, and all of these do have room for cars too. Now, this area up here is still empty, but it's meant to be a cute little main street for Vista Beach. This is where I plan to build a bunch of businesses and little eateries and things for the residents of Vista Beach so that they don't have to go into the city to get that. And finally, deeper in is where you're gonna find the biggest mansions. I built these with bold and modern intentions, and it really reminds me of Miami in some ways, kind of combined with California and like LA. But I just love the concept of a modern mansion, palm trees, and some cool sports cars. And some of these places are huge. I'm really excited to furnish them. I finished some of these in like the past week, honestly. And before we're on to the next, here's my favorite building in Vista Beach, this modern mansion that I built last week. And you know, come to think of it, I haven't met my neighbors yet. Let's go see if they're home. I don't think they're home right now. Anyways, let's go to the next borough. Welcome to Brickstone Heights. This one is so cool because it feels like such a dense environment. I based it really closely off of Tribeca in New York City. You have these massive industrial lofts, these old buildings, a ton of brick, little brickstone streets, and everything is really angular. You have some cool triangle-shaped buildings, which I use the Flatiron building for inspiration, if you know that. And yeah, I just wanted the sense that when you're walking through these streets, it feels like a really old part of town. It's really industrial, there's not a lot of greenery, and you could get lost in little alleyways, and you're just like tucked away in the city, and I love that feeling. As you can see, I still have a lot of buildings in progress here, because sometimes it takes a while to build these ones, but I love how they're all looking together so far. There actually is one resident of Brickstone Heights, and it is my twin brother, Defty Conch. Let's go see if he's home. All right, he's not home, but I have the key, so let's go in and I'll show you his loft. It is a bachelor pad of sorts. You can see the massive lofted windows, the beams in the ceilings. He's got a flat screen. It's giving $3 million Tribeca loft in New York. It's just cool. I feel like you're just totally nestled away in here. I want to show you this one loft I built at the top of this building. If you go up in the elevator, you can enter through these doors, and you are just in a massive triplex loft. So that's 3 levels at least. I think it's 3. So you got this one right here. You can kind of see up to the 2nd floor if you sprint up these stairs. Yeah, look at that. It's just like so massive. Again, almost floor to ceiling windows, just so much room for activities. And then you can actually go up one more flight. And I have some bedrooms sectioned off here. There's so much living space. And this is just the top few floors of this building. Like, to give you a sense of how big these warehouses are, they're at least like 50 to maybe 70 blocks wide. So you really have so much room to decorate. I'm gonna make this one more modern, just with some classic touches on it for sure. And look at some of the views too. It's really cute. Fam, where are we dropping in next? It's Golden Grove. Golden Grove is a suburban neighborhood that's directly adjacent to the city, but you're gonna get massive single-family homes and mansions. I was directly inspired by Beverly Hills and the Beverly Hills Flats to build this part of my world, and those are locations in Los Angeles, California, where you have multi-million-dollar mansions right next to the city, and they're just so beautiful, and I could walk down those streets forever, and that's what I was thinking of when I made this part of town. I do have these long, winding roads, which are reminiscent of the Beverly Hills Flats, and we have some really cool modern mansions. You got the sports cars parked out front. I wanted this to feel bougie and like massive residences. I mean, some of these places look a little low-key from the outside, but when you get to the inside, you realize they're like 2 or 3 floors and the size of almost some of the skyscrapers, at least the bases from the city. And the architecture here is not meant to be uniform in any way. You have some older style mansions, and like I showed before, some really modern ones too. I even attempted a cool like Spanish style home right here and tried to build some archways in the interior. This one's still a work in progress. By the end of this video, I want you guys to be able to tell me where you would live in the city and which home you would pick if you could pick one. Now, as part of Golden Grove, it also has its own little main street, which I also based off of Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive. You have some prime shopping here along with furniture stores, which I'm going to populate soon, and even little boutique shops and a drive-through Starbucks. Yes, that is the first drive-through in the server. And no, it is not complete yet, but we are hiring. And just as one would leave their beautiful mansion in Golden Grove, drive down the main street, they would then hit the beautiful hills, which I have named Block Air. Clever play on Bel Air. Get it? Get it, Block Air, Bel Air? No? Okay. No, but for real, these homes are supposed to be super bougie. You have the luxury of driving up into these hills, and you have views of the whole city and Golden Grove. There's some massive modern mansions up here, as well as classical estates that one can live in. This is my own estate. You can see my sports car parked out front. I've built a library and a foyer on the inside so far, and I still have to expand the whole interior. You guys know that I really don't decorate that much, but that's something I'm trying to improve. It. Let's go see if my neighbor, City Kev, is home. All right, it's really quiet over here, so I don't think he's home, but like everywhere else, I have the keys to his house. He's got his Tesla Cybertruck parked out front. He's got a Bugatti. Whoa, a Lambo as well. Helicopter on top. I mean, look at this. Prime city views, infinity pools. This is what Block Air living is all about. It doesn't get better than this. Now, if you don't want the glamour of block air, but a little more bit of a populated and homey neighborhood, look no farther than Hillside Haven. Hillside Haven is a much older neighborhood positioned right next to the city with beautiful skyline views and a variety of homes that you can live in. We have Spanish-style homes here, you have some more tropical themes, as well as modern and even more classic style. Now, this is a neighborhood of at least 20 homes with some major mansions, and I'm gonna show you a mansion I'm really proud of. This one right here took me so long to build, but I thought it was so cool. It was like a total like French style mansion. I don't even know if that's like the right thing to call it, but that's the vibe I got. I did all these custom wood interior for the foyer, and then if you go in each of the different rooms, I did it so it looks like there's wallpaper and like wooden beams in the ceiling. You have marble floors, and this is how it is for all like 3 or 4 levels. Take a look. We have some like shiny wallpaper over here, bathrooms in the corners. You have a beautiful staircase and floor to ceiling windows throughout, a double level foyer in the top 2 levels. I mean, I thought it was cool because each room just felt really custom, and I really didn't put that much effort into a house like this before. So I'm really, really proud of this one. And I think with the right furnishings, this thing could look so good. I mean, look at the different colors in each of these rooms. I feel like it just provides a pop, and there's so much space too. What's really nice is at the point of Hillside Haven, you have this beautiful old tower with the French flag on top. And my friend Trio actually built this when we started the server together. It reminds me of him. He's French, so this is just from like the OG days of the server. But what a nice memento and little landmark and like head point of the neighborhood. You guys, I feel like there's so much more to explore and to show you in my forever world, and I want to do that in another video. The purpose of this video was to just show you guys all the work that I put in over the years and share this experience with you. It's such a cool place that is like a virtual home for me, and I want other people to see it, to experience it, to give feedback on it, and I just think it's so exciting that I'm finally sharing this with all of you. I've been really excited to make this video, and I want to know, from what you saw in this video, which borough would you live in? And is there a house or a specific house style that you saw that you would love to call your residence? I don't think I can pick a favorite yet. I have a few more to show you, so maybe in a video or two, I'll be able to share that with you. Thank you so much again for joining. Make sure to subscribe so you can see more of my Forever World and Minecraft content. And until next time, keep crafting, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Peace out.